Hello, and I'll be teaching you today how to bookbind. So I'll be giving you basic steps on how to do it. I'll also be giving y'all some quick tips on different things to use when bookbinding, because you want to be smart with bookbinding, but you also want to be cheap with it a little bit too. First, you're going to take the piece of paper and fold it. I like to use a pencil to flatten out the edges. Once you're done folding those pieces of paper, then you're going to take 4 of those pieces of paper, stack them on top of each other, and then fold them over again. Next, you're going to start marking down your measurements for how long you want the threads to be. Then you're going to take a push pin and you're going to put it inside the paper. Now, why are you using a push pin? You could use an owl, but owls are pretty expensive and push pins get the job done. So now it's time to pull out your sharp objects. We will be using curved needles instead of sharp needles. The thing about sharp needles is that they can easily break or snap off when you use them. Now, when it comes to sewing, we're actually going to use floss instead of thread. For one, floss is cheap. With thread, you have to put it through beeswax just so it doesn't end up tingling or anything like that. We're going to be using floss because it's already waxed and you can already use it. Next, you're going to then thread your needle. Now you're going to tie the ends. Then you're going to insert your needle into the holes in your signature. And then you're going to take that and put it into the next one. And then you continue this until you get to the end. And once you're at the end of the signature, then you're going to take the needle and put it back into the previous hole it was in. Once you're done with the signature, you're then going to take your needle and put it into the next signature. Take the needle and put it through the next hole. Now that the thread is outside of the signature, loop the thread around the 2 other pieces of thread at the bottom. Here's a closer look. Then put the thread back into the hole that connects those 2 pieces of thread at the bottom. At the end of this signature, loop your thread back around and then insert your thread into the next signature. Now, if you run out of thread, don't fret. Return your needle back inside the signature. Then you're going to make a tie around the last stitch that you made. Then bring your needle outside of the signature. Make sure you pull it so the knot comes outside of the signature. Once you're done sewing your very last signature, you're going to repeat the last step of tying a knot around the last stitch. Do it a couple of times just for good luck. Then you're going to bring the thread outside of the signature. Make sure the knot is also outside the signature. Cut it off and then you're done. And just like that, we're done. So all that's left is gluing down the text block and then also adding in the covers and stuff like that, and the inside covers as well. We won't be going through that in this tutorial. However, I will give you some bits of advice to help you out through those next parts of the process. My first bit of advice is not to use regular glue for any type of gluing you need to do. I personally use PVA glue, specifically one from a bookbinding brand. PVA glue is just a lot more reliable and dries faster and doesn't yellow. I also recommend not cheaping out on getting book board. I used to use the cardboard inside binders, but they weren't really the best. I think using book board, something that's actually designed for making books, is the easiest thing for you to do, and you don't have to do any dents or stuff like that in your cardboard. And that's pretty much it. Let me know if you want me to do a part 2 or anything like that, and yeah, hope you all have a great day.